From assassin to Buddha's disciple, the incredible journey of Angulimala. Ladies and gentlemen, gather around as I weave a tale of transformation and redemption, a story that transcends time and echoes through the ages. Today, I bring to you the story of Angulimala, a man whose journey from darkness to light serves as a beacon of hope for all. In a kingdom far, far away, nestled amidst lush forests and towering mountains, there was a man named Angulimala. His very name struck fear into the hearts of the villagers, for Angulimala was not an ordinary man. He was a figure shrouded in mystery and terror, his presence like a shadow cast over the land. Known for his unparalleled ruthlessness, Angulimala roamed the countryside, leaving a trail of fear and devastation wherever he went. Angulimala was no ordinary bandit. His savage ways and merciless nature earned him a notoriety that spread far and wide. His name became synonymous with fear. But what set him apart, what truly marked his infamy, was the gruesome garland he wore around his neck. This was no ordinary necklace. It was a garland of fingers, each one a grim trophy of his victims. His very appearance was enough to send shivers down the spine of even the bravest warrior. But how did Angulimala become this harbinger of doom? The roots of his dark path lay in a prophecy spoken at his birth. When Angulimala was born, wise men and seers gathered around, peering into the threads of his destiny. Their faces turned ashen as they foresaw a future laden with violence and despair. They predicted that this child would grow up to be a great menace, a scourge upon the land. This prophecy, like a dark cloud, hung over Angulimala's life, shaping his fate and steering him towards a path of darkness. Yet, not all was lost. Angulimala had a mother, a woman of great strength and unwavering love. She saw beyond the prophecy, believing in the goodness within her son. She tried with all her might to steer him towards righteousness, to teach him compassion and kindness. She told him stories of heroes and sages, hoping to ignite a spark of goodness in his heart. But despite her tireless efforts, the shadow of the prophecy loomed large, pulling Angulimala further into the abyss. As we pause here, reflecting on these early chapters of Angulimala's life, we see the interplay of destiny and choice, the struggle between light and darkness. Stay with me as we continue this journey, for it is a tale that will remind us all of the profound capacity for change within each of us. One fateful day, as Angulimala roamed the forests in search of his next victim, he saw a figure in the distance. Clad in simple robes and exuding an aura of serenity, this man walked calmly along the forest path. This was the Buddha, known for his teachings of peace and compassion. Intrigued by the tranquility of this man and driven by his own restless spirit, Angulimala decided to confront him. Little did he know, this encounter would change the course of his life forever. Determined to prove his dominance, Angulimala set off in pursuit of the Buddha. He ran with all his might, his breath coming in harsh gasps. Yet no matter how fast he ran, he could not seem to catch up to the serene figure ahead. The Buddha walked calmly, each step measured and deliberate, seemingly unaffected by the furious pace of his pursuer. Frustration mounted within Angulimala as the chase continued, the distance between them remaining constant, a tangible metaphor for the gap between their inner worlds. Exhausted and bewildered, Angulimala finally cried out in desperation, "Stop, monk, stop!" The Buddha, still walking with serene grace, turned and spoke. "I have stopped, Angulimala. It is you who have not stopped." These words struck Angulimala like a thunderbolt. How could this be? How could he, the relentless chaser, be the one who had not stopped. Confusion and curiosity began to unravel the tightly wound threads of his rage, giving way to a moment of introspection. Seeing the turmoil in Angulimala's eyes, the Buddha continued, "While you run in circles of hatred and violence, I walk the path of peace and compassion. You are caught in the cycle of suffering, unable to break free." These words, simple yet profound, pierced through the layers of darkness that had clouded Angulimala's heart. For the first time, he saw his own life from a different perspective. A cycle of endless suffering, both inflicted and endured. The Buddha's wisdom began to seep into his consciousness, planting the seeds of doubt about his chosen path. As we pause here, we witness the pivotal moment when the seeds of transformation are sown in Angulimala's heart. The chase that began with anger and violence is now leading towards introspection and a potential awakening. Stay with me as we continue this journey of profound change and redemption. Angulimala, now standing still and breathing heavily, felt a profound shift within him. The Buddha's words echoed in his mind, dismantling the walls of hatred and anger that had surrounded his heart for so long. He began to question everything, his life, his actions, and the path he had chosen. The garland of fingers around his neck felt heavier than ever, a stark reminder of the lives he had taken. For the first time, Angulimala saw himself not as a feared warrior, but as a lost soul ensnared by his own darkness. Overwhelmed with remorse and a newfound clarity, Angulimala fell to his knees before the Buddha. Tears streamed down his face as he pleaded, "Great teacher, I see now the error of my ways. I am lost and do not know how to change. Please, guide me." The sincerity of his plea was palpable, a raw and honest cry for help from a man who had finally seen the truth of his existence. The Buddha, with his infinite compassion, placed a hand on Angulimala's shoulder and gently lifted him up. The Buddha accepted Angulimala as his disciple, welcoming him into the fold with open arms. Under the Buddha's guidance, Angulimala began a new journey, one of compassion, mindfulness, and self-discovery. He learned to meditate, to still his mind, and let go of the anger and hatred that had consumed him for so long. Day by day, he practiced kindness and compassion, helping those in need and seeking forgiveness from the families of his victims. The transformation was slow and arduous, but Angulimala persevered, driven by a deep desire to atone for his past. Angulimala, once a name that inspired terror, became a symbol of profound change and redemption. He dedicated his life to helping others, offering guidance and support to those who had lost their way. His story spread far and wide, inspiring countless others to believe in the possibility of transformation and the power of compassion. Angulimala's journey from darkness to light served as a testament to the fact that even the most hardened hearts can find redemption, and that the capacity for change resides within us all. And so, the tale of Angulimala comes to a close, leaving us with a powerful message. No matter how dark our past, there is always a path to redemption, a way to transform and find the light within. Let us carry this story in our hearts, a reminder that we all have the power to change and make the world a better place. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life of Angulimala. If you found this story inspiring, I invite you to explore more tales of inspiration and overcoming adversity on my YouTube channel. There, you'll find a collection of stories that uplift and motivate, each one a beacon of hope and a testament to the incredible resilience of the human spirit. Join us as we continue to share these powerful narratives, and together, let's find the strength and inspiration to make our own lives a little brighter.